I think we're live. It still says, nope, now we're live. Okay, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Two Marks and a Spark. For the second week in a row, we're live. Uh, we're doing this on a Saturday this week because we're not doing this tomorrow. Because I'm not doing this tomorrow. I'm going to be watching the Super Bowl and probably getting drunk. Anyway, let's talk about some wrestling. Uncle Russ.
Hey, how goes it?
This was a one-show week, it felt like, because Raw and SmackDown, with the exception of one segment on pretty much both shows, were giant wastes of time.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot happening. As far as the storylines and following up, you know, on Royal Rumble, not a whole lot of progress has been made.
No. I think Liv Morgan picked Jade. I think.
Well,
right?
that was still a little unclear by the end of that. They didn't clarify anything. As far as the women's title picture, it's kind of a mess. It's a confusing mess. And not to mention the fact that they got this tag team situation, which seems to be going nowhere, Once in a while, you see somebody, the Vikings, I still call them War Machine. They show up on Raw. It's like, man, I haven't seen them in like 6 months.
They showed up on Raw Monday.
Well,
okay.
Whatever happened to the Motor City Machine Guns? All these tag teams, where are they?
So little happened on Raw and SmackDown. I think we should talk about what we liked first.
Okay.
Let's get the positivity out of the way. We can rip these shows apart, and we probably will. I have a lot to say about SmackDown last night. I thought that was one of the worst episodes of wrestling they've done in a long time. I thought that show was awful.
You say that almost every week about SmackDown.
It gets worse.
It seems to, doesn't it? Well, it's
and
just
notice
it's just not getting any better to be noticeable.
I don't say this about Raw. Most of the time, I enjoy Raw. I'm very positive about Raw most of the time. Yeah. But SmackDown is a fucking disaster.
Yeah, and it's not because they don't have any good talent on there. They got tons of it. But the booking, the storylines, they just the same old. Nothing exciting going on there.
This show goes nowhere every fucking week.
Yeah, and
it's the same show.
You got the same old the wrestlers that were on top a few years ago, like Shinsuke Nakamura, The Miz, every week.
Randy.
Yeah,
Randy. Don't forget about poor Randy Orton.
He's in better shape than those guys, though, because they're just putting people over every week. The Miz and Nakamura has become like the Mike Sharp and the Barry Horowitz of this era. They never win.
Yeah. I don't get it, especially with Nakamura. I understand The Miz. That guy should have never been anything more than a job guy. But
no, I disagree, but that's all right. That's a whole other story.
The Miz fucking sucks, and he proves it every week.
Now, he won my respect by his in-ring ability. I never liked the gimmick, but I felt like he, for an outsider superstar adapting to wrestling, I felt like he was one of the early success stories. That's just my opinion.
I will give him one thing. He had a pretty good match with Carmelo Hayes last night, which was maybe the high point of SmackDown. I'm not kidding. Miz's match with Carmelo Hayes last night was unironically perhaps the high point.
It was pretty good.
Randy Orton qualified for the Elimination Chamber. He's not going to win, but
right.
Like, at least he's on TV.
And you notice that all of the qualifying matches now are all trios, all three-way matches. And
I didn't understand that.
Didn't you? Why does it? Why I don't? It doesn't make sense to me either.
It's nonsense. It's because they didn't have a plan.
It sure feels like.
So they're like, oh, we're gonna toss Randy Orton, Solo Sikoa, and who was even the third guy in that match?
I think it was Aleister Black, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure you're right, but he was fucking invisible for half the
right
thing. it wasn't a bad match. It was fine. It's just,
But he won.
was
He
it
won.
this?
He won by count out, and that's not anything to brag about.
Right. I just,
Yeah.
look, this show goes nowhere. SmackDown doesn't do anything. SmackDown is that thing you poke with a stick once a week, telling it to do something, and it like flinches a little and then goes back to sitting still.
Mm-hmm. The crowd.
Okay, Russ,
Yeah, go ahead.
the crowd on SmackDown was dead.
Yeah.
They did not care. The Raw crowd, though, was actually pretty good. For what it was. Let's talk about the best segment WWE's done maybe in a month, which was the Roman Reigns promo on Raw.
Right. With CM Punk.
This was unequivocally the best thing on both shows.
Yeah, I think so. It kept
And I know a lot of people liked that Cody Drew segment last night. I don't know why, but I know a lot of people liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I think some of it is people just really like Drew McIntyre.
Oh yeah,
I do. Like, people just really like Drew McIntyre, and I do too.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish he wasn't wrestling fucking Cody Rhodes every week.
Yeah, I agree.
Can he work with somebody? Can he work with Randy Orton? Can he work with Carmelo Hayes? Aleister Black, Damian Priest, Shinsuke. I could go on. Sami Zayn is on this fucking show and barely on TV.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they could even have the Miz put him over. Since he's doing the favor for everybody else under the sun.
I might as well, right?
I mean, he's going to be laying down for Jade Cargill one of these days, and going for the women's title. Anyway,
could happen.
Yeah, but anyway, back to Raw.
This Roman Reigns promo. Listen, most of Raw again was a snore. This is the only segment that mattered. If you don't believe me, go watch this show and oh my god. This whole show is just a mess.
And it was the last segment of the show. Or no, not the very last, but it took several hours to get there. This is still running 2.5 to 3 hours a week. SmackDown is 3 hours for sure. Anymore, Raw usually runs between 2.5 and 3 hours, and it just takes forever to get to the point. And 9 times out of 10, it's the point that we know well ahead of time, the point that's coming. We can see it coming a mile away because it's something they've done a million times.
Can I talk about speaking of something they've done a million times that we should have saw coming? I want to bring your attention to something that happened on Raw Monday that I had erased it from my brain because I wanted to pretend it didn't happen. And then I checked my notes and I was like, oh God, that's right. This happened. They do this like random pause out of a commercial break. They hit the Bella Twins music. The Bella Twins like walk out onto the stage, wave, and pretty much just leave.
Yeah.
Did I miss them cutting a promo?
I didn't hear that either one of them talk, and I sure didn't see them wrestle. I thought they were.
Am I wrong that that's what happened?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think you're wrong because I remember expecting it and don't remember it. I mean, I'm not complaining because we didn't get a promo from the Bella Twins. Actually,
no, neither am I, but
actually, thank you. If we got to watch them wrestle, at least don't make us listen to them talk. I mean,
Brie can talk. Brie can cut a promo. It's Nikki I don't want to ever hear speak again. Like, that woman on a microphone is mind-bogglingly bad. She's terrible.
Yeah, I guess so.
And then we have this other problem of, oh yeah, they killed the War Raiders again.
Yeah, why? Or the Viking Raiders, or whatever the hell they're called this week.
War Machine?
Yeah, I always call them War Machine because I first saw them when they got big in Ring of Honor. And you're like me, when they came to the WWE, you thought, oh man, these guys are gonna kick ass. Oh, they're gonna roll right over it. It's like
They did in NXT.
But it seems like on the main roster, they get something that excites the crowd and they get some momentum, and it seems like they go about a month and then it just peters out and it's done. And like, what happened?
Penta. What the hell happened? LA Knight.
Correct. Austin Theory.
Fuck Austin Theory. I hope he gets released.
Oh, I don't know. Come on now. I used to dislike him a lot, but he won my respect because I've seen some of his matches and I thought it was very good. I think he's underrated. So we'll disagree there on that one. I think it's kind of a weird name, though. Austin Theory.
It's a strange name, isn't it?
It would make more sense if they spelled it the French way, like Thierry.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, let's talk about the one good thing that happened on Monday. This Roman Reigns promo was brilliant, to say the least. And you know what? Oddly enough, I don't think the booking team or the creative team had anything to do with this show, with this segment. Maybe not this entire show. Maybe this entire show is just a crack dream that Triple H dreamed. I don't know. Like, that's what it felt like watching it. I was like, the fuck? Why are we doing this shit again?
Well, I guess allegedly they have writers. Allegedly a couple dozen of them on a team, and they sit around a room and write this stuff.
Do we believe this anymore? Do we believe the writers actually do anything? I believe they have them, but do they do anything?
Well, it's I think it's the same though. I mean, from what I understand, the final word is going to be Triple H, just like it was before with his father-in-law. Whereas the writers can write all they want, but it could get changed, totally turned around into something else. Your idea or your gimmick could be completely ripped off and given to a different wrestler. That kind of stuff happens all the time.
Yep. Do you want to know something, Russ?
What's up, man?
I've realized something as I've watched more Raw this year. They really like putting Roman Reigns on Raw when he should just be on SmackDown. Again.
Yep. They always blur the line of distinction in their so-called brand split.
He's a free agent, whatever the fuck that means.
But it's like they invoked the idea of the brand split only when it's convenient for the storyline. Otherwise, you just kind of forget about it,
Well, the winner of the Rumble has always been allowed to break the brand split anyway.
Correct.
Well, he was doing that before he won the Rumble. So.
Right.
Dude, I cannot believe how good this fucking promo was. So he starts talking about, who am I going to choose? Punk comes out, cuts him off. Pretty much buries Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
And the entirety of SmackDown. Which, yeah, he was right. SmackDown sucks. But I would much rather watch Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre than Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre.
Right. Nick. But it looks like that's what we're definitely going to be getting. And looking forward
Buddy, if that's not what happens, then I don't know what they're doing right now.
How many weeks do we have till WrestleMania now? Is it about 6 weeks?
More than that.
Or is it? Because we don't have any other premium live events.
We have the Chamber. There's the Elimination Chamber.
Oh, yeah. How could I forget about... Yeah, that's what they're doing, all these goofballs. three-way matches for, and
Okay,
I'm not
so
excited about that yet.
as good as this promo was with Roman, this was weird because Punk comes out and he starts this whole thing talking about Finn fucking Balor, who
Right,
you'd be forgiven for forgetting he's here.
right.
You'd be forgiven. And I'm like, Finn Balor, you beat that fucking guy.
Yeah, sure did. But it just I don't know I don't understand what they're doing with him either. They've got to hit a
Okay,
couple of hits of a storyline going on there in their clubhouse, but it's unfolding very, very slowly.
it's been the same story for 6 months.
Yeah, I mean it's the slowest moving soap opera I've ever seen in my life.
I've seen fucking soap operas made for 80-year-old grandmas move at a higher rate of speed than this Judgment Day angle. What are we doing?
Right.
That goes back to what we were talking about with SmackDown.
Same with the tension between the women. They keep hinting at some heat between Raquel and Liv, but then they never do anything with it other than tease it. That's all they do. And also there's been with I'm sorry, with Ray Jr. I'm sorry.
Dominic?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dominic. Yeah, why couldn't I remember his freaking name? He's been
Ray
out of sight.
Jr.'s his dad.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, he's doing the AAA thing, so he's been out of sight for quite a long time.
He's been hurt again. That's why he was gone this most recent time.
All right. I knew he'd done a few shows for AAA. And I thought
and then he got hurt.
Okay. Well, he got hurt working for them. See what that Lucha Libre stuff does? All it does is cripple people.
Don't say that.
I know that's not true. That's not true, but it is a wildly different. I think the influence of the lucha culture is reason why we see so many trios matches, because that was never a big thing in American wrestling until AEW. But from what I've read and understand, that was so popular in lucha wrestling in Mexico, it wasn't uncommon to have whole cards and nothing but trios matches. And
it's not uncommon to see a trios match main event a Mexico card.
Right. And sometimes on Dynamite or Collision, you can get 2 or 3 trios matches in one show. They're AEW fans seem to eat it up. I like them if they're well done, but sometimes they get a little too cluttered. There's so much going on.
So I don't know if this got put out there, but it's pretty much an open secret, going back to this Roman thing, that Roman Reigns and CM Punk are main eventing night 2.
Okay.
Again, I don't know if they've said that, but that is the plan, is that Roman Reigns and CM Punk is the night 2 main event. That is a drastic shift from where the World Heavyweight title has been on the last couple of WrestleManias, because it has opened night 1 and was the middle of the card on the other one.
Right.
On night 1.
I had read something. Go ahead. Finish your.
So, is this an undercard belt? Is this a main event belt? This 2 world title thing is just baffling.
Yeah, it is. 2 world titles.
Why are we doing that? It's because of the fucking brand split. Right. Now, I understand the roster is so fucking big that if they didn't have 2 world titles, they'd probably be in some trouble, because booking wise, that's just a nightmare. They do just such a horrible job of booking the 2 titles, because one always feels a little more than the other, especially in this World Heavyweight titles case, though. In this iteration of the World Heavyweight Championship, it feels so much less than the WWE title.
Yeah, which it should be the other way around.
They should be on level footing.
Well, I just like the idea of having one world title. Call it the WWE World Title, and you can combine them however you want. The historians that really are into that, they want that world title that's got that NWA lineage going all the way back to the early part of the last century. But that's been uh, gone forever,
Butchered.
and that ain't coming back. So I think it'd be hard to make a case that the world title that they have now. I mean, technically, it came from WCW, Jim Crockett Promotions, but the the WWE is basically they rewrite history whenever it suits them, to change the story.
They've trivialized the thing.
Yeah.
They're professional history rewriters. That's what they do. They change the scope of history by modifying it to make them look really good and make anybody else look really shit. It's unbelievable. So the apparent plan for WrestleMania as of now is night one the main event will be Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre, where Cody Rhodes is winning again.
Mm-hmm.
Why, you may ask? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what the plan for Liv Morgan is. I would presume it's Stephanie McCurr. That just makes more sense.
There was an announcement that we're going to see at WrestleMania. I don't know if this is confirmed or just a rumor. It would not make sense to give away this much storyline ahead of time, but Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker, which would make a lot of sense. But why would they announce that at this point? That's why I'm thinking I'm not thinking that's a confirmed.
That's if Seth is healthy. That is the plan if Seth is healthy. But that hasn't been announced because they don't know if Seth is going to be ready.
Okay. Well, somebody got online and said it was confirmed, and I was very suspicious of that because they would have said if it was at least released by the company, you would have heard something about it on TV. Because that
Seth would have come out on TV.
Yeah, Seth Rollins returned, and they would have mentioned that. You can't believe all these people on the internet, kids. Sometimes they make things up.
Oh, talk about never doing anything ever. The Vision.
Yeah, well, that kind of got sidetracked by an injury, but boy, I mean, I don't know how they're going to recover from that because.
Okay.
I know you're not excited about it bringing in Austin Theory to help him out either.
No, hear me out here. The Vision was fine when it was Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. They did not need to go beyond that. So what do they go and do instead? Let's go bring in Logan Paul.
Mm-hmm. Another one of your favorites. Not
fucking asshole.
I know. You really don't like him.
Let's go and bring in Austin Theory. You guys remember Austin Theory? He's a total fucking geek.
We're going to disagree on that. But, you're right. He's another one of those ones that Vincent McMahon wanted to push, but they never seemed to really know where to get him. See? Now, he doesn't look like...
There's that fucking...
He's in better shape. He's in better shape than I am, I'll tell you that.
Producer Damon, does this guy look like a geek to you? Break this tie.
No, he's a fine-tuned athlete.
He's very handsome.
There you go.
Why are you lying? Anyway, we've spent 25 minutes talking about WWE being horrible. Let's shift focus here. Let's talk about something I actually enjoyed.
Yeah. The best show of the week?
By default, but yes.
Dynamite.
I thought this show did the exact opposite of what WWE did this week.
Right. I think it's interesting how WWE is looking now like AEW did a year or two ago. Remember when they had a big surge, when they went on Netflix, and then in a year they pissed away half their audience. AEW feels like they're on the upswing, and I thought
It does.
it was a pretty good show. And didn't it start off with the promo from MJF, if I remember right?
No, we started with a trios match. It was the Death Riders versus the Don Callis family, which is a match we've seen before.
Yes.
But it was different combinations from both. So it was John Moxley, Pac, Daniel Garcia against Konosuke Takeshita, El Clan, and Josh Alexander. Josh Alexander's starting to get more TV time, which I'm good with.
Right. Me too.
That guy's really good. Takeshita ends up winning this thing for the Callis family. I really hope they're going to put the world title on Takeshita soon. Like, that's a guy that they could just strap a rocket to his ass.
I know that. And he the way the crowd responds to him too, I think they need to get him away from the Don Callis family, give him a babyface turn. And he would be set up to feud with a whole lot of people, The Rainmaker, for example, Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Him and Kenny have had great matches. And we'll talk about Kenny in a minute, who, by the way, looks better than he did before he got diverticulitis, which sounds insane, but dude is moving again. He's moving.
He keeps talking about how he feels in better shape, and I'm starting to think it's not just talent, because he looks a lot healthier in the ring.
He's a lot faster.
He looks younger than he did a couple years ago.
Yeah, he does.
It's strange, Usually it's the exact.
We then had a mixed tag match. That for a mixed tag match was pretty good. It was Tony Storm and Orange Cassidy against Jordan Oasis and Brittany Brooks. This match was fun. It was a goofy little match. It was mostly to fill time, but it was good. I mean, it's a Tony Storm match. You're not really going to get anything bad here. They get the win.
Yes.
Kenny Omega versus Andrade was fucking fantastic. I'm skipping ahead here, but
right. That's okay.
There's just a couple of Hangman beat Mark Davis, and
Davis. Davis is and what's his tag team partner? Doyle. Davis and
I don't remember his last name.
Okay, but I tell you, they're the kind of wrestlers that I wish to see more of. And I mean, they're not flashy, they're not pretty. They remind me a little bit of FTR, but they're a lot bigger and beefier. And to me, they have the makings of a great old school, horseman type.
AEW has been getting all the old school guys lately. Have you
Minnesota, like a Minnesota wrecking crew type of team. I could see that.
Have you noticed AEW has been leaning into the old school guys again?
Yes,
like
they have.
Hard.
And they brought back just certain little production elements too. And the way the show presents itself that remind me a lot of the old NWA Jim Crockett promotions. Just subtle little things. You can tell that Tony's a real wrestling nerd to get all those fine little details.
He said, I want to start doing old school wrestling, and got Mark Davis and started booking Mark Briscoe like his life depended on it. And it's kind of benefited the show a little bit.
And they still have plenty of they still have plenty of the flippers, and he's got his El Clones and all these guys. For the people that love, if that's your favorite part of the show, good. It's not my favorite part of the show, but like I said, I just like watching guys that are big like Mark Davis and Brody King, just, kind of basically without a whole lot of finesse, just beating the shit out of each other.
Well, speaking of beating the shit out of each other, that is exactly what Andrade and Kenny Omega did.
Yeah. Yes.
They kicked the shit out of each other for like 15 minutes. These two went at it.
And for those people out there that say that Kenny Omega can't wrestle, oh come on! Even if you don't like the gimmick or the persona, you got to admit the guy can move.
The guy can work.
I think he's, like I said, he looks better now than he did.
Also, are you noticing something? Andrade's winning a lot.
Yeah.
This wasn't happening the first time he was in AEW.
Mm-mm.
Dude was losing like constantly the first time he was here.
Well,
what changed?
I don't know. Maybe Tony Khan is just getting a little better ideas as far as booking the bigger guys,
We then had one of the strangest women's tag matches I've ever seen in my life. This was so... I don't even know. This was bizarre.
This was.
The women's tag team titles... Well, it was an eliminator match. It wasn't for the title. I wrote that down wrong.
Correct.
That's my fault. It was Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford against Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale. Why did Megan Bayne win this match?
Well, because she's, I don't know, she's the goddess from, some Greek island or some shit, I don't know.
Listen, I like Megan Bayne. I think she's good. And I like Penelope Ford, too. I liked everybody in this match. But I don't know why they're booking Megan Bayne so strong all of a sudden. She's been there for 4 years and they haven't done anything with her.
Yeah.
Now they're booking her?
Has she been there that long? No kidding.
Dude, she's been there a long fucking time.
I don't remember her being around that long.
Do you know what she's done most of the time? Worked in ROH.
Right.
And sat in catering.
Okay, yeah. Well, I don't keep up at all with Ring of Honor because that's just an extra payment. You got to pay for that show. I'm sure there's. Go ahead.
After this, do you want to talk about Impact? Because I know you watched it. I haven't seen it this week, but if you want
to, I'm sorry, I'm hitting that microphone. I didn't get all the way through it Thursday night. I mean. Mike Santana is a good wrestler. They're doing goofy things with Santino Marella and his daughter trying to reconcile, and it's like she kicked him in the balls and said he was a bad father, and they're trying to make up, and it's like a soap opera. Oh, Dad, I'm so sorry I kicked you in the balls in front of the whole world. And I mean, it's just I'm sorry, it's not good. It's just not good. It's not good.
No, you're kidding. This isn't happening.
I'm not making any of this up.
LOL TNA is back.
Impact, they call it. I tell you what, they got some great wrestlers, but here's the thing about the Miguel, what's his name? The Rascals.
Trey Miguel.
Thank you. There are several wrestlers, I don't even need to mention them by name, but you know who I mean, male and female, who are employed by TNA that have specifically been released from other companies because of accusations of bullying or misconduct or racism or saying outrageous things on social media. But why this is
what TNA does. They're the rehab team.
Why do these people always end up finding a home in TNA? I'm thinking, oh God, please don't bring back Joey Ryan. Oh God,
Dude, do you okay, I was never able to confirm this, and I'm not reporting it. Speaking of crazy shit they shouldn't do. There was a rumor a couple of years ago that I was hearing from people who would definitely know that TNA, before they did the deal with WWE, was thinking about bringing back Marty fucking Skrull. And I said,
oh no.
And I said, they're going to do what?
Yeah. Boy, that he was such a good wrestler that just boy he vanished fast. He was
Well,
gone.
he was part of the movement a couple of years ago. I can't remember what the wrestling movement was called, that where a bunch of allegations came out. And by the
There
way,
you
like
go.
90%, that fucker. Yeah, I don't know if he went to jail, but he was definitely investigated by the FBI. Crazy story.
Well, that's interesting. You know,
Again,
somebody.
I was never able to confirm that almost happened, but like that was a rumor that like that close.
There's always been a lot of criminal activity in the wrestling world. Matter of fact, you know, one
Yeah,
of the unwritten books that needs to be written out there is the relationship between the history of pro wrestling and organized crime money. Because in the past, there was a lot of it. They said they operated like the mafia in more ways than one sometimes, you know?
yeah. Well, back to AEW.
Yeah.
Ricochet versus Jack Perry for the national championship. This was a good match. I just don't know why it was on this show. I mean, they've been building this for I don't know how long.
Right. Correct.
Ricochet won, which why?
And then he was disrespected.
Well, he says he's disrespected every week. But Russ, I really want to talk about this main event. And we're probably going to talk about this main event for longer than it was. Because a lot is happening here. It is a world title eliminator, Brody King versus MJF. If Brody wins, he gets a title shot.
Yes.
This got ugly, and this got ugly fast.
Yeah.
First of all, and I'm not going to talk about it too much here, and I wasn't going to say anything at all. Brody and MJF come to the ring, and this crowd that has been loud as shit all night proceeds to do for, what was it, a minute and a half straight?
Yeah.
That they just started chanting "fuck ice."
Mm-hmm. Spontaneous.
And,
There's nothing they could do. Live TV all over the world.
And Turner did the funniest thing possible. They didn't drop the mic.
Nope, they didn't.
It just went. Nobody pressed the button.
I don't think
This
they
went
have
for like a minute.
I don't think they have a 7-second delay.
Huh?
I don't think they must have. They always used to talk about a 7-second delay on a live broadcast where you could take out the cuss words.
They've dropped shit out before.
Yeah,
but,
they don't.
But like,
are doing it this time for sure.
Okay, it's hard to do it with the crowd. First of all,
Yeah,
because there's so many microphones. But Brody seemed to enjoy it, and Max seemed really confused.
Right. There's a guy, lead
Yeah,
singer.
Brody King.
Yeah, lead singer of God's Hate also.
Brody King thought this was fucking hilarious. I just want to point that out. Like,
pardon me.
Brody King is standing in the ring, about to just absolutely assault Maxwell Jacob Friedman. And fucking this crowd just starts chanting "fuck ice," and this dude breaks and just starts fucking laughing. And Max is making this face like, what the fuck is going on?
Yes.
Like, what the fuck did I walk out to? Holy. And then the bell rings. And if you thought the crowd was a menace before, oh boy. Brody.
Good. It was a good match.
And before this match can actually start, here comes Hangman. And he's shouting at MJF.
Oh, yeah.
MJF does the dumbest fucking thing possible and goes to confront him on the ramp. I don't understand why he did this. Before he can even get off the apron, Brody has this man in a choke. And bro looked like he was going to fucking die.
Yeah.
He then brings MJF back into the ring, hits the senton he does, hits a Gonzo bomb, and that was it.
Yeah.
I would describe this as a mauling.
It's a squash, as they used to call it. You know, it's like the way they used to book like guys like Big John Studd back in the 80s. Go out there for like a 30-second match, you know.
Now, Brody can do way more than that, and I presume he will when they wrestle
sure
at the
can.
pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure it's going to be. I've never seen either one of them have what I consider to be a bad match.
Neither have I. It's just, this was unbelievable in the same way John Cena getting squashed by Brock Lesnar was.
Mm-hmm.
Because MJF is booked like a heel John Cena. That's just how MJF is booked. He's their biggest star.
It's a good way to put it. The heel Cena. You see,
he's their biggest star,
right?
By far. Him and Ospreay are their two biggest stars. And Ospreay's hurt right now and off TV.
Right.
So MJF is their biggest star. They book him like he's their biggest star. This show does better when he's on the show.
Yes. Yes.
By the way.
And if you hate him, all the better because he's entertaining. Even if you hate his guts, he's better than you, and you know it.
It is incredible, not only the ratings difference, but the quality difference in this television program when MJF is on TV and when MJF is not on TV. There's a stark change when MJF is on television, and I don't really know how else to say it than that. It just changes the whole thing.
Right. You know, they always speculate about his future, pardon me. And they talk about what a great deal he could get down the road going to WWE. I'm thinking...
I think he'd get a lot of money.
But that'd be it. Yeah, that's it. I think that he is doing such good work here. This, you know, in the same way that I'll always remember AJ Styles more for his TNA run rather than his WWE run. Same way if MJF goes someplace else, I doubt if he'll do better than he's done. It could, maybe he will. He'll make more money, probably sell more merch, but he's doing some of the greatest promos that's ever been done in the business.
What's interesting to me is he is doing this incredible work on what is the definitive number 2 promotion show. And he's seemingly, at least right now, happy to be there.
Yeah.
Now, that has not always been the case.
Right.
It has not always been the case that he was happy to be there. Never forget when he walked out in LA and told Tony Khan to fucking fire him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that I didn't add the fuck there. Right. I've been known to add the fuck, but I didn't there.
And if I remember right, that happened to be a night when Tony Khan had brought in some of the higher mucky muck executives from the Turner networks, or used to be Turner, you know what I mean? And they were sitting there saying, "What are we invested in here?" And, go fuck me. I thought, I
want you to fire me.
Yeah. Oh.
What a fucking I still watch that segment like once every 6 months. Because it's first of all, it's an unbelievable promo.
Right.
Like, it's fucking unbelievable because he's tortured everybody.
There you go.
He's torching Tony Khan. He's torching the guys in the back. He's burying fucking everybody and their mother.
Right.
And then he just disappears for like 4 months.
Need a little time off, didn't he?
Well, I think he was trying to get fired.
Yeah. Didn't work though. I wouldn't fire him. No, that's money. He's money.
Even if he went out on national television when your biggest investors were sitting backstage and dropped the F-bomb on national television like 17 times.
I'd say that is why he has money, is because that gets eyeballs on the product. That doesn't turn people away anymore. That gets people tuned in, you know?
All right, Russ, we both know what the best show of the week was. What's
Yes.
your grade for Raw?
My grade for Raw would be a C.
Your grade for Dynamite? My grade for Raw is a D, by the way. I
I'd say
enjoyed
maybe-
one segment on this show.
I'd say maybe a C minus. C plus for SmackDown.
You would give that fucking SmackDown episode a C plus?
No, I mean a D plus. A D plus. That's what I meant to say.
Oh, good. What's your grade for Dynamite?
Probably about a B plus. It was pretty good.
I would go A minus on Dynamite.
Yeah.
It was just a great episode.
Oh, well, another great match I watched this week. You know, you didn't see this one coming.
What?
Mike Rotunda and Barry Windham versus Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov, managed by Freddie Blassie at WrestleMania 1. I would give that a solid B plus for my week's wrestling. I found that's on Netflix. Go look it up. WrestleMania 1. You might enjoy it. You might enjoy it more than you did Monday Night Raw.
Russ is back in the vault. Good to see.
Yeah, I love the vault.
I would give Dynamite an A minus, and I would give SmackDown a double F.
Yeah, well, it
fucking fail.
It was a stinker, and we still don't have.
Look at the writers.
There you go. Hey, they look like a bunch of nerds. Look at there. Some of them are even wearing neckties. People that wear ties to work have my sympathy. Unless you're doing it because you like to do it, then you're just a nerd. But
or an idiot.
If you'd like to do it, if you have to do it, then you have my sympathy.
Russ, before we end this show,
yes, sir,
and do our usual thing at the end here, who would you rather see Liv Morgan wrestle at Mania? Jade or Stephanie Vaquer?
Stephanie Vaquer will be a bigger match. I would love to, I'd like to see Jade succeed, but I think that the money match is going to be Stephanie Vaquer.
I agree with you.
I think they'll.
Now,
I got a feeling they're going to put Jade against just came in. What's her name? The short gal.
Jordan Grace.
Thank you. What is with my damn memory?
It's all part of.
I tell you what, my brain is. I'm gonna go home and stab my brain with a damn Q-tip. See if I can wake it up.
What? Okay, then we're gonna end this show before Russ gets us in any more trouble.
No, don't do that at home, kids. Oh, there you go.
Oh, hi, Stephanie Vaquer.
And what country is
That's a very old picture of her.
She's from. She's from Brazil.
I don't remember. I think so.
Can't either.
No, I think she's from Mexico, isn't she?
There's the two skinny twins that never eat a freaking meal. I tell you what, if I was married to either one of them, they would be going to the buffet line at least 3-4 nights a week, mandatory. There you go, Austin Theory.
Stephanie Vaquer is from Chile. Oh, okay. Hi, Kenny.
All right, thank you. My apologies to the good people of Chile.
I don't know where Damon's finding all these pictures, but some of these are good.
Yeah, there's a guy that looks like a wrestler.
Doesn't he?
Can actually wrestle.
Thanks again to Raw Live Studio for providing the studio for our show today. Hello, Logan Paul. Go fuck yourself.
Hey, if he could, he probably would have done it by now.
Well, yeah. As I was saying, though, thank you to Raw Live Studios.
He'd do it online too. Sell tickets.
Probably. Crazy fucker. Anyway, folks, we will be back here, I believe, next Sunday. We're going to be back on Sunday next week because the only reason we're not doing it. Wait, we might be doing it Saturday next week too. I just remembered something.
All right.
Saturday or Sunday next week for sure. And as somebody once said, we'll be back. Talking about more wrestling, doing more bullshit. Thanks for hanging out with us, y'all. We will see you next week. Go follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/BenGames99. And probably about 5 o'clock next week, I would assume. Maybe a little earlier. Who knows? I kind of like doing this early show, actually. Till next week.
Peace.